Hi everybody, it's British Primrose ASMR, and today I thought that I would answer more of your questions from the last video that I did. So there's quite a few questions, so I've written them all down. So I'm going to get started. The first question is, when did you first discover ASMR? I first discovered ASMR about 3 to 4 years ago now, and I was looking at, I was just looking on the internet, and I found a binaural hair cutting video. So I went on it, put my headphones on, because it advised that it'd be better with headphones, and I was just so confused and amazed at the same time. And at the side where it tells you the recommendations, I had Heather Feather's comprehensive physical examination. So I went on Heather Feather's videos, and from then on I couldn't stop watching all the ASMR videos, and at that time the community wasn't as big as it is now, which is great. So I sort of stumbled on it by accident, I guess. There's a lot of cars around, so I'm sorry if you can hear them. Next question is, where do you get your ideas for your videos? That's a really good question, and thank you for that. I get my ideas from lots of things. I could be outside walking and see something that catches my eye, but mostly it all comes to either reading a book or watching something, a movie or a TV series. For instance, I've just finished watching the first season of Outlander, and it's such a great show. I really, really enjoyed watching it. And basically, I want to do a role play where I'm going to be Claire, who's going to do a medical role play. So I'll be doing that at some point. So I'm really excited about that. But that's one of the things, is if I see something in a movie or a TV show that catches my eye, then that gives me some really good ideas, especially role plays. If I'm doing, like the Lagatha role play that I did was based on Vikings, so that's really where I get all my ideas from. If you could do a collaboration with any ASMR artist, which one would you choose? That's a really hard one. There's lots of ASMR artists that I'd love to work with one day. I'm not sure. I can't choose one. I have no idea. I'm going to say none for now, because I'd like to work with a lot of people. It's a good one to think about. Yeah, I have no idea. I'd love to work with a lot of people. Out of the 4 Beatles, whose post-Beatles career do you enjoy the most? I do listen to the Beatles music. I'm not a massive fan. I don't know everything about the Beatles. Probably Paul McCartney, though. He was my favourite Beatle. He's done quite well for himself over the years, and obviously there was John Lennon, but unfortunately he's not alive anymore. But I'd probably go with Paul McCartney. Do you have a background in medicine? Me personally, I do not have a background in medicine. However, my father works in the medical field, so he has tons of medical books and things like that. So that's where I get all the knowledge that I put into the videos from either from himself or from all the books that he has. I did actually really want to be a midwife, but that sort of subsided for a little bit. I don't know if I'd want to work in the medical field. It really depends. Now, this one is in regards to my last video. If you haven't seen my last sort of questions video, it's called ASMR Get to Know Me. I'll put the link down below. But this is in regards to me when I said that I read about 50 books a year. I try to. So the question is, what are your favourites? Presuming favourites from last year, I have 2 books that I really enjoyed. So there is Carson McCullers' The Ballad of the Sad Cafe. I really enjoyed this book. It's quite a short book. Set in old times. It's a brilliant book. I really highly recommend reading it. I'm not going to tell you what happens or anything in regards to it. You just have to go with your instinct and just read it. I think that's really good for books, is not really knowing what they're about. The other book that I really enjoyed, which most of you will probably know, that I read last year was Fight Club. This is also a movie with Brad Pitt, Edward Norton and Helena Bonham Carter. This is a really great book. I really enjoyed this book. There's other books that I want to read. There's Drive, which also has Ryan Gosling in the movie. So there's Drive that I want to read, and I want to read The Wolf of Wall Street. This is a really fantastic book, especially in the ways it tells you and goes into detail with a lot of things. I've actually just finished this book about a couple of weeks ago. Me Before You. This is actually going to be a movie, I think, in a couple of weeks' time. And it's got Emilia Clarke in it. And I wanted to read the book before I went and saw the movie, and I loved this book. I could not put it down. It's really sad as well. I think she's got another couple of books too after this one, but I did really enjoy that. At the moment, I'm reading The Night Circus, and that's good at the moment. I'm not too far into it yet, but it's good. What's your favourite fantasy series? My favourite fantasy series, is definitely The Lord of the Rings. So The Hobbit first, and then The Lord of the Rings, by J.R.R. Tolkien. Those will probably be my all-time favourite books, apart from Revolutionary Road by Richard Yates. But not a lot of people like J.R.R. Tolkien's writing because he goes into detail quite a lot, and it can be a little bit raw, I guess. But I don't see that with his books at all. I think somebody who's taken the time to create a world, create a language, I think it took like 50 years, like philosophy and everything. I think it's an absolute pleasure to read. I don't care if he talked about trees, because that was one of his favourite things to do, was just talk about trees. I wouldn't care if he wrote a book about something else and talked about trees for 50 pages. I just think that it's an absolute pleasure to read somebody's work, regardless of how they've written it. The other one that I really like is obvious. Everyone always says this, I guess, but I would say Harry Potter. I grew up with the Harry Potter series, so that's definitely one of my favourite fantasy series. This next question is from my best friend. How do you like your tea? Milky or strong? Do I make an acceptable cup of tea? So this is Fuzz's question. He's my best friend. I like my tea milky. I don't like strong tea. I do like it very milky. And yes, you do make an acceptable, tremendous cup of tea. Do you think you can include some German in a future video? As again in my previous Get to Know Me video, I said that I was learning German, and the answer is yes, I hope to do a video with German in it at some point. My German isn't entirely great, so I won't be doing it yet, but maybe towards the end of the year perhaps. What do you do as a job? What do you want to do? I actually do not have a job at the moment. I just quit my job because I wasn't getting enough hours, and I currently can't drive at the moment because I'm going through quite terrible anxiety and have done for the past 2 months. That's another video I'll probably talk about along the lines. In terms of what I want to do, there's a lot of things I want to do. I think I mentioned publishing at one stage, which is something I will probably do at some point. I would like to work with animals. I actually watched a recent documentary called The Gardeners of Eden. It's about poachers and poaching for elephant tusks, for ivory. It's on Netflix. You should really watch it. It's a fantastic documentary, and it sort of made me realise that I would probably like to work with animals, because I really do like animals. And I'm really sort of thinking about now wanting to get a job outdoors. Me personally, I mean, money is important, but I'm not overly fussed about money. I'm more about being happy in what I do. I don't want to go do an administration job. I absolutely hate it every single day, and just being inside sort of makes me feel like you're just doing a normal job. And people say that you should just jump the wagon and do everything by yourself. So that's what I'm sort of looking at the moment, and also working on my YouTube channel, because I would really like to make that sort of a permanent full-time job type thing, but probably working outside with animals is something that I would really like to do. Where are we? Have you ever been to America? I have not been to America, but I would really, really like to go. I'd like to go to New York, and some other places too, rather than New York. I'm not sure about Los Angeles, maybe not Los Angeles. I would like to go to San Francisco. I would really like to go there, and probably I'd really like to visit the world of Harry Potter, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, I should say, rather. I'd really like to do that. Do you do any sports? Running? I'm not the sporty type at all. I do go to the gym sometimes, and I sort of do stuff at home, like home yoga or squats or something like that, or I'll go for a run outside if I feel up to it. But in regards to any sort of competitive sports, no. I do really like swimming though. I like watching swimming on the TV. It's probably the only sort of thing I like in tennis, I guess. Why do you think you would have chosen to study Egyptology had you stayed in Scotland? And sorry, did you not have an opportunity to do so in Australia? Well, I was really into Egypt when I was younger, and I probably really would have gone to study Egyptology. I'm very into geography as well, so I might have done something on the lines of geography. I really liked volcanoes, so something in the geology department I would have liked to have done, but done Egyptology, yes. In terms of not having the opportunity to do so in Australia. When we first came to Australia, we sort of travelled around a lot and moved to different places. Believe it or not, I went to 5 different high schools, not because I was bad or anything, just because we moved around a lot. Plus there's not as much opportunity to do things here in terms of what I want to do studying than what there is available in Britain. I don't think I've found a university here that does Egyptology. I know back in Britain that last time I checked, this was years ago, last time I checked at Manchester University they did do Egyptology. So I probably would have gone there and done that. Do you eat meat or dairy? I do eat meat. I try to just stick to chicken and a bit of steak, a bit of beef. I don't eat pork and I try not to eat lamb. For some reason I won't go into detail about it because I'm not vegan, but whenever I eat lamb or pork I feel terrible for eating it. I don't know why. That started happening last year, so I don't eat that anymore. Dairy foods, I don't drink dairy milk. I've never liked it. I think it tastes off. I think it tastes like it's out of date. So I just drink soy milk. If you could go back in time, when and where would you go? When and where would I go? Probably the 1920s, 1940s, that sort of period. Probably in England or Scotland, I think the whole vibe, the golden age, the fashion, the hair, I would have absolutely loved it. The music, that music from that time is my favourite. So probably 1920s in Britain. Will you be doing movie reviews, TV favourites, etc. for future videos, including gaming? I would like to do all of those, especially the movie reviews and the TV favourites. I will do those probably very soon, but I would really like to do that, and including gaming when I get back into it. Do you have any pets? I have a cat. It's my boyfriend's cat. Her name is Lulu. She's a tabby cat. She's getting rather fat at the moment. I don't know why. She just seems to put on a ton of weight for some reason. I would really like a dog though. I am a dog person and I really, really would like a dog. I love big dogs, or medium to big dogs. I'm not too into the small dogs. I like sort of having a bigger dog. I think they're more fun. And I'd probably call the dog, I always like male animals for some reason, but if I were to get a dog, I would name him Odin, after the god. Who are your favourite actors and actresses? Favourite actors? I do like Michael Fassbender. I really like him. I think he's a great actor. I actually just watched Hunger recently and it was okay, the movie was okay, but I really liked his acting in it. I think the best acting he's done was in Shame. So both of them are Steve McQueen films. But if you haven't seen Michael Fassbender in Shame, you should probably see it, it's really good. And probably Ralph Fiennes. He is fantastic. If you don't know who he is, he played Voldemort, he was in Bruges, he's been in a few things. One of my favourites, I can't even remember what it's called. That's embarrassing. It's one of my favourite films and I can't remember. It'll come to mind to me after. Actresses, I love Rachel McAdams. She's probably my all-time favourite actress. she's fantastic. Meryl Streep is another one, and Rachel Weisz. What is your favourite song at the moment? I listen to so much music. Favourite song? I don't have one. Not at the moment. I've been listening to a lot. Actually, there is a song. I can't remember it without looking on the internet. I have been listening to a lot of Simon and Garfunkel lately. They are probably my second all-time favourite. Music is Simon Garfunkel's music. My first favourite music is Smashing Pumpkins. Actually, probably a person I've been listening to a lot recently is Demarco. I love his music. I've probably listened to him quite a lot recently. Last question. What do you miss from childhood? I miss a lot of things. I miss having the ability, because back when I was a kid, we didn't have massive technology, you know, like I see a lot of kids now, little kids have like Apple iPhones and stuff, and my parents I'd never dream of having something like that when I was a kid. So what I miss from childhood is probably having the ability to play outside, and do your own thing. I used to just love fairies, and when I lived in England, we lived right in front of the beach. We used to have rocks, and me and my brother used to play out in that and call it our den, because there's lots of stuff that used to get washed up, and it was a great way to explore. And it's just, you know, just sort of kiddie stuff that you used to do, like make mud pies and things like that. I think that's really important for a kid to do and ride bikes, but now I don't see a lot of kids do that these days, and it's really sad. I also miss my friend Sam. He lived across the street from me, and he was old. I would put him as a third granddad for me. And his wife died, and he was very lonely, and I used to go there all the time. I have very, very fond memories of Sam. He was in his 70s, late 70s when I met him. And we used to watch like Shiloh 2. That's one of my big memories of him. We always used to watch this movie called Shiloh 2. And it's, you know, keeping him company, and also I didn't have a lot of friends back then when I was a kid, so he was my best friend back then. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2007, so he's not with us anymore, which is sad, but I'll always have fond memories of him. And that is all the questions that I have. I will probably do another one of these in another 6 months' time. Also, I do have a Facebook page now where you can get all updates and things like that. I will put the link down below, so make sure that you like it. And also put the link down below to my Patreon as well. Obviously, you don't have to donate at all, but it helps me get better equipment. And I think that's it. I'm so awkward when I end videos. So I put all the links down below for you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.